first sound we have here is the static of the cameras. The cameras will usually be put out and make that staticky noise when you are looking at one of the animatronics for too long and they have to move. This will usually happen for around 10 seconds, so just go ahead, check those doors, and relax. Now for this sound, this is banging of the pots and pans in the kitchen. The duck will sometimes go in the kitchen on the right side of the map where you can't see and make that loud banging noise. Now of course you get the pop-ups which make that sound, but after night 4, the animatronics will start to tweak out and make this noise in the side doors. Their heads will be glitching and all that, and that's how you could tell when they're around your doors and get them. They'll make that sound and you could easily hear them when your camera's down and you're just looking towards one of the areas. So it's a really big advantage. As for footsteps, footsteps can determine how close they are to you. If you listen really hard to the footsteps, you could easily catch one in the act. As for the dum-dums come from Pirate Cove when you're not looking at him for a certain amount of time and he's getting ready to come out. And the laughing, that comes from Freddy. We'll go into more detail about Freddy later in the video, but just know if it's loud, he's close. Now for this one I'm just going to make it easier on myself and go to the custom night and set Monty here to level 12 so I could just record only the specific parts for the rabbit. Now let's go for our friendly purple friend, the rabbit. He comes through the left side of the map through the door. He does the exact same thing as the duck does, which does that tweaking thing by the door. This helps you be able to hear if he's close to the door or not and be able to catch him. Now, when he does come through the door and you press the light, you could see his shadow on the back wall. This is how you tell if he's still there or not. Now in the back room he sometimes has a jump scare, and that is not a pleasant thing to come see. It is definitely meant for your art to race, and I would not like to see that in my camera. It's actually made me jump a couple times. Not a very friendly thing to do. Now if you get stuck at this situation, I actually got myself killed on purpose here when I was done recording, so I could show you what happens. This sound will happen when you try to click on any of the doors or light, and that means that they're gonna get you. Well, if you bring up your camera, you're screwed, because they are right behind the camera right now. And if you put the camera down, then they do a jump scare and kill you. If you keep the camera up, well, you can't do that forever too, because you'll start hearing them moan, make noises, and then they'll kill you automatically without you even having to put the camera down. So it's either wise to quit the game, get yourself killed, or try to hold out and hope nobody comes through the door. Definitely not a fun experience, so always check those doors. Now for this one, I'm just gonna turn up Chica, or the duck, in this level for custom night to again make it easier on myself when I'm recording. Now the duck is a friendly character that always wants to eat that comes down the right side. He makes noise in the kitchen, which is on the right side of the map, the area where the camera is disabled for audio only. He makes the noise in the kitchen on the right. He also does the exact same thing as the bunny and tweaks out. This will help you see that he is there, and of course footsteps will help you hear if he disappears. So the tweaking you could hear when you are just looking at the door, and it helps you tell that he's there. Now when he does show up, it is not wise to open the door, but again, I did this so I could show you what happens. If he's there, you automatically want to close it, but in this one I'm going to leave it open. So you get this sound again, showing that he got you. You can't turn on the light, and you can't do the door. So when you pick up your camera, you'll start hearing the moaning and the sounds of the duck behind your camera. Very terrifying. It's not good to hear this right in your ear, right before you get mutilated and eaten by a duck. Let's eat for sure. Fazbear is a mysterious character that you all have been worrying about. Now I'm going to do the custom night with him, but I have to leave Bonnie and Chica at a level where they move because he does not move until both of them are gone. Now you notice that sometimes he'll turn towards the camera. This is you catching him early. He turns towards the camera before he moves out of that room. So if you catch him early and then you look back at the camera, you'll realize that he turns back to his original position. This is because you caught him early on, before he moves. Now when he does move for the first time, you'll hear a distant laugh, and then you'll see his eyes in the background of the main room. He only moves down the right side of the map with Chica, and you want to keep checking that camera because he's a dangerous character. Now I have both my doors down because I don't want to deal with the other two right now. Freddy moves again. He goes to the hard right this time, and you'll see his eyes in the corner. That laugh will slightly get louder again, and he's not in an area where you have to exactly worry right now, but you want to keep checking on him. I can also hear the tweaking. The tweaking right now is because there's, of course, Bonnie trying to play high, and he's, tweaking out in the corner doing his LSD. And you can hear the footsteps showing that he left. Freddy moves again. This time he went into the kitchen. When he's in the kitchen, you can hear his music box playing blocks. Sorry, I'm doing this live, so I'm stuttering a little bit. But yeah, he's in the kitchen right now, and when he's in there, you will definitely hear that music sound that he plays when he kills you too. Moved again. His voice got slightly louder. Now he's down the hall from you. In most of the rooms, except for the kitchen, you could always see his eyes, knowing that he is in the dark. Now, I didn't do one of him actually killing you in the darkness, but he does that same noise in the dark. Now he moved outside your door. This is when you need to go into oh shit mode, because now he is literally right outside your door, and one wrong move, you are screwed. He gets in your room and kills you. Now if you don't check on him, you'll hear this noise. This is him attacking your door just like Foxy, where he can't get past it, he just bounces off of it and goes back to the original pace. This usually happens when you pick up or drop your camera, or you do not look at your camera for a certain amount of time. Now since he's only at level 7 right now for me, so I did that so he didn't go to my door immediately. He won't do it every time, but you can hear it when he does. He's hitting the door, and you don't have to keep your door down when he's there. As long as you check on him frequently, he won't move. Very bad though. Hitting my door again when the camera drops. Very, very dangerous. This is probably the most terrifying character for me in this game. I can handle all the other characters, but when that guy's at my door, he ruins my plan completely. Shut up, Pirate's Cove. See, there we go. He hits my door again. He really wants at me. Freddy is a mysterious character that everybody's been asking about with the sound and think that he just moves by himself. You gotta constantly check on him. Now he's in the room with me. It's really loud, and here he comes. Alright, for for this one, guys, I'm just going to turn Foxy up to level 10 for this one in the custom night, so it'll make it easier on myself recording. I'm going to give you the 4 stages here of what you'll see when he's on the curtain. The first stage is when the curtain is completely closed and there's only that small black crack when you can't see anything. The second stage is when you could see his eyes and sort of his face start coming through. The third stage is when it's open more and he's actually outside where you can see it. And the fourth stage is when he is completely gone from the curtain. Now when he is completely gone from the curtain, when you look at your camera, go ahead and be very, very, very calm. Just go to the door, close it, and then look down the hallway. Never look down the hallway first, because he comes down that hallway so fast that you may not be able to have a reaction time to. So as soon as you see that he's gone, close the door, look down the hallway, and he'll come bang on the door. Now, when he bangs on the door, this does cause you to lose power. But as soon as he's done banging on the door, he goes back to behind the curtain and resets. Now, we talked about this before. He makes the dum-dum noise when you're not paying attention to him long enough. Not very that harmful, but just make sure you check on him more often. Now, if you don't look at him long enough, and you just don't check out the camera, he'll come attack the door by himself, like he did here. And then, he'll reset, so always check the camera. If you think that you are fast enough, and you want to try to get the button like I do right here, you can try. But you have to have very, very, very fast and quick reflexes, like I have practiced for this, to be able to get it by the time that you see down that hallway, because sometimes your hand just gets so jittery, you miss, and then he murders your face. Killing you is always not the best jump scare either, just very loud, very annoying. Now, when it comes to an easy and simple strategy when playing this game, what I have shown you guys in the past and how I got to the levels was all you have to do is check up on Foxy and Freddy every once in a while. Now, when you get later into the levels, you're going to have to pick that up because you can see Freddy turns towards the camera and he's already ready to move. So you got to check on them constantly or else they'll move. Now, you're asking yourself, well, what about the bunny and the duck? Well, you could hear those two. When you get later in those levels, like I've explained with the tweaking, they'll make that sound at your door, so you'll know when they're there. And if you listen to the footsteps, the louder the footsteps get, the closer they are to you. And usually when they're really, really loud, like they're standing next to you, that's when they're there. So always check those side lights. The footsteps and the sounds will completely help you get done with this game. This game is almost 100% wrapped around sound, and so always keep your volume up, even though the jump scares are always the worst that way. Keep your volume up, check on Pirate Cove and Freddy often, and just check those side lights. It's the best thing I can really tell you guys as opposed to strategies, but there's plenty out there. Go ahead and experiment with all of this stuff yourself. This is just a little bit of a walkthrough video on how to show you guys what some of the things happened. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's taken a while, my apologies, but it's out now. And if you like this video, just please like it, share it, and comment on what you think. Let the world know how good I'm doing. And yeah, sorry this took me a while. Been kind of busy, but I really hope that you're enjoying this video and have enjoyed this video. And sadly, like all good things, it must come to an end. So good luck gaming out there, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you all in the next video.